Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? RB here. Welcome back on into the show. Just wanted to come on with a quick midday report. That is right. Obviously, the Sixers have a game later on tonight, and we'll be streaming that, so be sure to come through and we can talk more. But just as of about 30 minutes ago, Shams Charania of The Athletic putting out yet another piece involving information on the 2-5 situation. A handful of teams, according to Shams, and he's even listed a few more that you might be surprised about. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. Wanted to give my instant thoughts and reactions here. Here's the article and the piece where he discusses the situation. He says the Sixers are ramping up their efforts to spark multi-team trade scenarios to move 2-5, and a fresh pool of teams has emerged as potential destinations. Listen to this: the New York Knicks, Los Angeles Lakers, Minnesota Timberwolves, Portland Trailblazers, Sacramento Kings, Indiana Pacers, and Cleveland Cavaliers are among the teams interested in 2-5, sources said, although it's unclear how much traction Philly truly has on any move. Now, instantly, you know how I feel about Shams, right? I feel that, first off, I don't know if this is legit or not, but obviously Shams has his inside sources. But you can just feel kind of the interpretation here being that, the Sixers might not have as much pull on a move right now. You know what I mean? And I feel that Rich Paul has been working with Shams, and obviously there's kind of been an agenda showing with the consistency of how these reports are being put out. But it's just funny how it's kind of tailored right away. Although it's unclear how much traction Philly truly has on any move. Didn't we just look a few days ago and react to a report where, Woj came out and said that Daryl Morey was actively seeking different squads that he could try to make a move with and, finesse. And obviously on Wednesday, in 2 days, we have the deadline coming up where after the 15th of December, the amount of players that can be traded goes up by 20%. So, I mean, if anything, this is really the hot start to what is about to be a crazy 2 months as we lead up to the NBA trade deadline. So just the fact that, the Sixers may not have any traction on a move, I'm sure the Sixers could move him right now if they wanted to, but as we know, he is actively seeking a top 25 player. But anyway, going on here, 2-5 is yet to play this season after reporting late to the training camp and informing teammates, coaches, front office that he is not mentally ready to rejoin the team. He has sought help from a personal mental health specialist and gave the Sixers team therapist permission to speak with his own therapist, which is a good thing. But it's clear Sixers president of basketball ops, Daryl Morey, has his eyes set on a potential trade scenario to ship 2-5 out of Philly whenever a rival team can meet his asking price. Sixers are asking for an all-star caliber player and or multiple first-round picks for 2-5. But anyway, as we look at the teams here, I think it's really interesting, now that the New York Knicks and Los Angeles Lakers are apparently involved in this. As I've said and predicted the last couple months, I truly believe he's going to Sacramento by the trade deadline. I think it makes a lot of sense for both teams, even though the Sixers want a top 25 player, and I don't know how De'Aaron Fox would fit on this squad. I think Sacramento is probably a good destination given that he wants to go to California, even though I don't care where he wants to go. But I do think they have other assets like a Buddy Hield. They have first-round picks that they could send over, and maybe the Sixers could work something out. But, I'm sure Daryl Morey's even calling up many other teams. This could even be a smokescreen. I really think Daryl Morey is really trying to hit on a name brand player because that's what he wants, and I don't think he's going to stop until he gets that. I don't think he's going to settle for less. Obviously, the Blazers are in there, but we've heard that their intentions with Dame is to keep him around and build. The second place that I've said that I could see him going is Minnesota, but then are they willing to part with a guy like Anthony Edwards and D'Lo? I don't think they're going to, and they've made that clear, so that's kind of where that gets halted right there. But when it comes to the New York Knicks and Los Angeles Lakers, I just don't see it happening. I don't. First and foremost, if you are a Knicks fan or Lakers fan tuning into this, shout out to you for being here. But he's not going to survive in a place like New York. He's not going to survive in a place like Brooklyn. It's just not going to happen. And, I would feel bad for the fans if he came there, even though he would probably schematically be a really good fit in a guy like Tibbs' system. He would be a really good fit in a system like that. A tenacious defensive-minded coach. But the fact of the matter is that he's not going to be able to withstand the pressure from the fans. And when I think about return, the Knicks don't really have any of those top guys. They have young guys on the come up, but I don't think that is the direction they want to go. And I don't think Daryl Morey is going to settle for anything less. Now, as it relates to the Los Angeles Lakers, the fact that they're thrown in the mix is absolutely hilarious to me, thinking about 2-5 playing alongside LeBron. I mean, do you want to do 2-5 for LeBron? That's not happening. Anthony Davis, no thank you on this squad, doesn't really fit. Russell Westbrook, oh, please. If Russell Westbrook were to get traded to Philadelphia, I don't even know what would happen. The city might explode. That is just not going to work. That is not the right fit, and they have a lot of other veterans who are getting older who just, are not those kinds of players. So I just don't even know why the Lakers are thrown in at that point. When you think about the Cleveland Cavaliers, maybe they could be a sleeper team. Darius Garland, a guy like that. Colin Sexton's out for the season, I believe. Indiana, I could definitely see being a 3-team trade partner, and I've stated that before. Even Sacramento, because I've heard that Sacramento is interested in Domantas Sabonis, right? Maybe Karis LeVert, Sabonis, maybe even TJ Warren gets shipped off, and the Pacers become kind of a turnstile team in this deal, right? Maybe sending some of those players to another squad and, circulating picks or whatever it may be. Another team I would say to watch out on this list that I could really see getting engaged here as a sleeper is the Washington Wizards. Obviously, if Bradley Beal, who has made his intentions clear the last week that he doesn't want to sign an extension right now, if things do not progress in that aspect, Bradley Beal could end up getting moved at the deadline. And if you're Washington, you're not going to attract free agents of, that caliber. You're pretty much going to have to rely on drafting. And if you're going to have to get rid of Bradley Beal anyway, why wouldn't you take a chance on a young player who has some upside in different areas and try to go ahead and fix that? And plus, I could definitely see the Wizards making a move like that. But there's definitely a lot of information in here. A lot of these teams aren't cutting it in Daryl Morey's eyes. That's how I perceive it. And I think he's still going to do his due diligence and make the calls needed. I don't think this is going to happen anytime soon, but I do think we're going to hear about progression. Maybe even the Boston Celtics. Could you imagine that if somehow they continue to derail and Daryl Morey finds a way to get in Brad Stevens' mind space and try to convince him on something? I don't know. Things are getting interesting. There are a lot of potential deals that you could think about, but I'm really excited to see how this plays out. But just wanted to go over the new information here. What do you think about these new teams added in, like the Knicks, the Lakers, and all that? I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all, but I want to hear from you. Let me know all your thoughts down below. Like always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Come out later to the stream, and we'll discuss it more. With that being said, appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you on the next one, man. Peace.
Perfect.